In the name of the God of all humans, whose mercy is profound, whose kindness is for all times to come. One of the important questions that one is often confronted when one looks at the understanding of Islam, especially with regard to properly following it. The question is it really important that if one is to become a good Muslim, one should actually get indulged deliberately in doing difficult things, in making life tough and problematic, full of problems? The reason why this question confronts us is that we find that there are many Muslims who are known to be devout, known to be very sincere, but they are also the people whose life is seemingly, apparently difficult. Of course, when you talk to them, they tell you that they are enjoying every bit of it and they are extremely satisfied with what is happening, but they don't realize that what they are doing is actually causing others not to come close to Islam, because normal people find it extremely difficult and discouraging that in order for one to come close to God, one really has to make life miserable and not possible for normal people to practice. Why has this concept emerged? Well, there have been many people in the history of the Muslims who have been acknowledged as spiritually extremely deep and therefore worthy of emulation, who had their lives fashioned in a manner that they were always in difficulty, eating less, choosing poverty intentionally, doing things which were difficult, sleeping less, getting up very early for prayers, fasting almost all throughout the year, and so on and so forth. What we find on the contrary, in the statements of the Prophet, in the mention in the Quran, is the fact that Islam is a very balanced message from God. It's a natural message, a natural religion, which is easy, which is attractive, which appeals to human nature. The Almighty mentions, while talking about the injunctions on fasting, that He has allowed you not to fast if you are unwell or if you are on a journey, and then goes on to clarify, yuridullahu bikumul yusr, God wants ease for you, wala yuridu bikumul usr, He doesn't want difficulty for you. The Prophet, may Allah's mercy be on him, is reported to have said that make things easier for others, do not make things difficult for them, and give them good tidings, and do not create an impression which causes them to hate the message. It is also reported that when three of his companions made firm resolves to pursue worshipping God through various different means in a more strict and stringent manner, the Prophet, may Allah's mercy be on him, was extremely upset, and he called all those three individuals and informed them that he was more God-fearing than all three of them, and he would pray as well as rest, would fast as well as spend days without fasting, and he got married and had families and children. And if anyone didn't want to follow him, then he was not from amongst him. In other words, he gave this very stern warning to those people who wanted to follow a very strict path in religion, that that path was not a part of the message of Islam that the Prophet, may Allah's mercy be on him, had brought. Also, it seems that at times people read and hear about the fact that the Prophet, may Allah's mercy be on him, spent an extremely difficult and hard life, and they, in their exuberance to follow him, come to the conclusion that they too therefore should follow an extremely hard, difficult life. The fact of the matter is, that the occasions that are mentioned in the books of Hadith and Sirah, the life of the Prophet, are the occasions when the circumstances were such that he had to follow a difficult and tough path. For instance, there were occasions during his lifetime when, because of the peculiar nature of the circumstances, he and his household, his family members, did not have at times food to eat properly. And this was because of the difficulty, the trial that he was going through. Otherwise, it is mentioned clearly in the Quran that the best people in the eyes of God, Ibadur Rahman, the way it is mentioned in Surah Al-Furqan, which is the 25th surah of the Quran, in the last passage of it. Ibadur Rahman are the people who, iza anfaqu, when they spend, lam yusrifu wa lam yaqturu, they do not go beyond limits, nor are they extremely miser and niggardly in their approach. Wakana baina zalika qawama, they are the ones who adopt a midway path. And that midway path, which avoids both extremes, is the ideal path of Islam. It is the same path about which the Prophet, may Allah's mercy be on him, himself prayed that, "O God, give me the ability to follow that midway path, whether I am rich or poor, whether my circumstances are difficult or my circumstances are that of ease and comfort." May the Almighty enable us to follow the path of Islam, which is easy, which is possible for everybody to follow, and may He enable us to earn God's pleasure through following that path.